Hi, I'm Lisa Greenfield with Truth in Hand, and it's time for your daily tarot. This is the week of April 10th through the 16th. Mercury has gone retrograde. We've got an epic full moon, and we're going to dive into what that means for you right after I let you know TruthinHand.com. That's where my love of tarot, astrology, and the always fascinating map of you right there in your hands all comes together to give you some more tools for you in your life. All right, so now ready for the week. We've got a lot to talk about, so let's get going. The card of the week is the 10 of Stones. Now, 10s are an empowered one, and this week it's really amazing. We've got a relationship reset on this full moon that happens on Monday that is kicking off this relationship revolution year. And it begins with Aries, the first sign of the zodiac. And what we're doing with that 10 of Stones, this is where we understand our own need for comfort, that nurturing. And then from that place of being comforted, we can step out and be strong out in the world. That we are home right here within ourselves. That's always there. There's no place like home. All right, and so this week the cards and the stars are going to really help you navigate to understand a little bit more about where your home is always available to you. All right, and we start on an epic full moon. This has been such a year for stack-ups with the full moon, and this week is no different. We've got the King of Bows. Now, kings are that master, it's the active side of us, the masculine, and the bows are our intuition. So this says you are going to navigate through today using command, not control. Control is brittle and tries to manage all the edges and the process. Instead, you're gonna drive for results. What is the goal? And then let all of the pieces come in intuitively to work with you to get you there. Because we have got a planet stack up, oh my goodness. Moon conjunct Jupiter, Moon square Pluto. We've got the Grand Cross being lit up. And before I go off into geek speak, the one little fly in the ointment that's interesting here is we've got Eris, the goddess of strife or discord, in the mix. So I want you to trust the chaos. What this is, remember you've got your King of Bows here, your intuitive, active. Trust the chaos. This is your dare to be great moment. This is where you get to step in. Things aren't happening the way that you thought they were going to go because it's calling out different parts of you. Trust yourself. Trust the stretch moments. Step into it and don't worry about it. Don't try to contain the chaos too soon. Let it reveal some information to you. And you're going to be glad that you did, because on Tuesday, as the cardinal cross spills over, we've got the second king in a row. Now, in this case, we've got the King of Arrows, and now we're in the mind. The mind is what separates us from the chaos and gives us the big picture view, right? And so what we're doing here with this is that perspective. And it's all about understanding how the different things come together and how the chaos serves and where we can play and where we need to step back and let others have their piece. All right, and learning to integrate all of these things with that cardinal cross being served up. Where is the I? Where's your chance to be both kind to yourself and then strong in the situation being served up for you again, right? And then watch this. On Wednesday, we have the third king in a row. This is the King of Vessels. All right. Now, this is in the minor arcana, this is the Magician card because the king is that masculine active. And then the vessels are that receptive heart. So masculine, feminine together makes magic happen. This is where 1 + 1 can equal 3. So, and with the aspects today, with Sun conjunct Eris, you start to see where the chaos is serving up opportunities you didn't even know were possible. All right, and you navigating through it this week, just trusting yourself, trusting the stretch moment, letting the human moments, the mistakes or whatever. It's like, okay, it all works together. And you start to really see that. So with Moon trine Neptune, what you're dealing with, what you're learning, everybody around you is learning too. So we're all learning together. And 3 kings in a row is trust the small gains, the good, satisfying yardage that you're picking up a day at a time. You look back over your shoulder, and from Monday, you're going to have accomplished a lot more than you realized. All right. And then we celebrate that on Thursday because we've got the 4 of bows. Hello. All right. 4s are always about putting things on a firm foundation. The 4 of bows, which is our intuition, this card is called celebration. It's like the happy home. What was the 10 of stones for the week? Home. This is celebrating the fact that it's like, wow, I've got this. I can do this. And not only that, I got some good people working on this with me, and even some surprises and some unexpected people I didn't realize I could count on. And that's the kind of thing this relationship reset is helping to do. And then one more step before we move on to our start of our relationship revolution comes up on Friday, and that's the 7 of vessels. Now that looks scary, but this is the 7 is about, this card in the Wildwood Tarot is called Mourning. This is about letting the connection to our past be heartfelt and inspiring, but it's no longer the story. Their day is done. Those old stories no longer serve us. So wherever you've had the unhappy ending, wherever you've had things that just broke your heart, have a moment, take a moment for the place that was so painful. Mourn it, give yourself that comfort and realize though, it's no longer there. Doesn't have any life in your life anymore. It's like going to the graveyard and having an argument with a headstone. You can say all you want, but it can be a little tough to hear what comes back. So those stories are gone. They can't talk to you anymore. Let them go. Give them a ritual. All right? And on Saturday, we've got the 6 of arrows. Okay, what's really amazing about this is 6 weeks ago from this date, Venus went retrograde. Today, Venus goes direct. With the 6 of arrows, the arrows being our mind, 6 being that healing number, it's also where we're whole and intact unto ourselves. This says we are sailing out of the difficulties. The storm is behind us. We've got smooth sailing ahead. Trust yourself. Give yourself time to recover. The morning yesterday, the calm after the storm, that deep breath. With the aspects today, we've got Venus direct and we've got Moon square Neptune. So your recovery may look different than somebody else's recovery, but even more than that, what you thought you wanted may not be what you actually wanted. Can you trust what's showing up in your life and what it's showing you about bigger desires, new expressions of what is heartfelt for you? Allow room for that in that smooth sailing ahead of you, all right? And you'll be glad you did, because on Sunday we've got the Woodward. Now in the traditional tarot, this is the strength card, but this is really calling on this strength, the native strength within us, the animal or natural, world has strength to offer. Think of Mother Nature. But within us, it's the ability we withstood a really difficult story. It has not been an easy story. There's been the battle of the sexes raging for over 2,000 years. This relationship reset says, over. Done. Now, we're still in the infancy of what the new story looks like, but you get to help shape it, and that's going to require your strength. And in order to bring that strength to bear, it's all about being that kind, nurturing, source for yourself first, and then strength out there in the world. That combination, of strength after you've taken care of the emotional need in the moment. Putting your own oxygen mask on first so that you can show up in relationships without as many expectations. Expectations are just premeditated resentment, right? Okay, so now you've got something to navigate with. Congratulations on the relationship reset and the year of relationship revolution. More on that next week. Thank you. I'm Lisa Greenfield, and this is Truth in Hand.